Shalom, brothers and sisters. It's another episode of 12 Tribes United. It's up and close and personal in my house. It's Brother Malak. We was in Deuteronomy 28, Part 2. My phone can only allow me to record for 15 minutes, so it has to be chopped up. But nevertheless, the word's still going to get out. All right, we stopped at 43. We're going to go to 44. It says, "He shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him. He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail." Here it is, the other nations, mainly the white men, but the other nations, they can give to us, they can lend to us. Meaning talking about loans, but we don't give to them. How many of us own banks and we giving other nations loans? So-called blacks, so-called Hispanic, Latinos, and Native Americans. Not really, right? Almost non-existent. And the so-called white man, he is living like the head. He is the head. You know, we're the tail. He's on top and we're on the bottom. Us as a people. Why? Because we broke the Most High's commandments. "45. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee." So what is this? What is the black people, Hispanics, and Native Americans under? A curse by the Most High for breaking his commandments. "They'll come upon thee and shall pursue thee," meaning you can't even run away from these curses. So all these people talking about leaving America, leaving this country, running to here, they're going to follow you. These curses are going to follow you. You're not going to escape the Most High's curses, his judgment. You got to keep the Most High's commandments. That's what you have to do. Talking about, oh, Trump's in office now, I'm going to leave to go to Canada. No, the curses are going to follow you wherever you go. All right? You can't run away from the Most High's wrath. You can't run away from the curses. All right? Keep the Most High's commandments, and you don't have to worry about the Most High. You don't have to worry about these curses. You're getting shot down the streets no matter where you go. All right? So don't go, acting scared, talking about you're going to leave America because you're scared of Donald Trump, man. The chump that he is. All right? Don't leave for that reason. Now, if you're looking for a better place to stay, and, better place to make money and so forth and so on, okay? But don't let it be because you're trying to escape the Most High's judgment. All right? Till thou be destroyed. So these curses are going to keep coming upon us and pursuing us until we be destroyed. It says, "Because thou hast not hearkened unto the voice of the Lord thy God." Why is this happening? Because we didn't listen to the Most High's voice. "To keep his commandments and his statutes which he commanded thee." So here it is. You have people talking about we can't keep the commandments in captivity, the high holy days, when this is the reason why we're in captivity. Understand? We in captivity for breaking the Most High's laws. So how are you gonna go and say that we don't gotta keep the commandments in captivity? That doesn't make absolutely any sense. People need to think before they make statements. It says, "And they shall be upon thee for a sign and a wonder." So everywhere we go, these curses are going to follow us, even in our other captivities. It says, "For a sign and for a wonder upon thy seed forever." So these curses is happening to our people no matter where we go in the world. And a lot of our people are scratching their head wondering, why is this happening to us? All right? And they got a million foolish solutions that don't do nothing. All right? We built Black Wall Street and the Native Americans there too. And that didn't work. What did the white man do? He went and burned and pillaged us and even hanged us and took our money. All right? You know why? Because we didn't build it according to the commandments. We just built it, carnally. All right? Money is not going to get us out of captivity. The commandments, keeping the commandments will get us out of captivity. It says, "Because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness and with gladness of heart, for the abundance of all things." So here it is, when we keep the Most High's commandments, we're supposed to be joyful, with gladness of heart. But we didn't. We looked at the laws as grievous, like they were, how you say it? Basically, we didn't like to keep the Most High's commandments. So we didn't want to stay in power. We didn't want to stay in rulership. We wanted to, do what we want to do. So this is why this is happening to our people. So therefore thou shalt serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee. So who is the so-called white man in the other nations? They are our enemies, not our friends. All right? And the Most High is the one who sent the nations against us. All right? He's the one that put the white man in power. So why I hear some of our people out there yelling and screaming at what the white man is doing, when it's our fault that we went into captivity? All right? The Most High is the one who did it. And we're the ones who broke the Most High's laws. And this is the reason why we're in this condition. All right? So I'm going out in the street cursing the white man out. It's our people who's wicked. All right? The white man's only in power because the Most High put him in power. All right? Because we were being wicked, breaking the Most High's commandments. Somebody gets shot out on the street. It's not the white man who shot him. It's the Most High who executed judgment on that man for breaking the Most High's commandments. All right, let's keep it 100, as people like to say. All right, tired of everybody going out there, cursing the white man out, getting in his face and saying all these. No, it's the Most High, and it's because we broke the commandments. Keep that in mind. All right. It says the Lord shall send against thee in hunger, meaning we have to go to the nations for food, even. All right. And in thirst, so if we thirsty, we have to go to the nations for that. And in want of all things. So for everything we want, we have to go to the nations to get it. All right? That's what the Most High said. Even ones of us that have our own business, we still got to go to the nations to get it. To get the materials and so forth and so on. We got to ask permission to open up a business. This is not our kingdom here. All right? The so-called white man, this is his kingdom. All right. It says, he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee. You see old slavery pictures, blacks, Native Americans, Hispanics, because all three of them are the same people. You see them with what? Pictures of yokes of iron around their neck, like collars, to keep them from running. Sometimes you saw the collars with the bells at the end. What was that for? So when they tried to run, the bells went off. All right, sometimes they did that. Or even when they would gather up the slaves, they would have them in a line, and they'd have like a chain, and they'd have yokes of iron around their neck. This didn't happen to no one else. This didn't happen to the Chinese. This didn't happen to the Africans, the real Africans over there in Africa. This happened to our people. All right. All right, so let's see. Let's go to 50. And I'm just getting to the points because I have a short amount of time. It says, a nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of the old, nor show favor to the young. Us being in captivity under the white man, when we was in captivity, he didn't care if you were young or old. If you got out of line and did something he didn't want you to do, he will whip you, beat you, and sometimes even kill you. Today it's the same way. Cops are shooting children, black children down. Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans shooting them down. Little children. Beating them up. And also, you could be a 90-year-old man or woman and they'll blow your head off too. They don't care. So these curses is talking to the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Not any other race. It's not talking about the white Jew of today, the white Jewish man, all right? The Khazars. They don't fit these curses, all right? The Holocaust is not these curses. All right. So, it's not talking about them. They own the world. They own the Diamond District. They own the media, entertainment. All right. They're not under these curses. We don't own any of that. You may see certain so-called rappers who you think they own certain records. No, they don't. They put them as frontmen to make it look like they own that label. But the fake Jews, the white Jews, synagogue of Satan, they're the ones who own these labels, and they're the ones who put out this negative music. All right, so our people can start killing each other, shooting each other, and so they can have more people for the prison and for the extermination. Either they're gonna exterminate you or they're putting you in prison. All right. So keep the Most High's commandments if you don't want to be exterminated or put into prison. Straight up, just like that. All right. Just keeping it real. Now, it says, let's go down to 52. And he shall besiege thee in all thy gates. What is that talking about? This is talking about 70 AD, when Titus and Vespasian and the Roman army surrounded Jerusalem in 70 AD. And they made it so that we couldn't get in. Nobody can get in or no one could get out. And they starved us, so we would starve to death. All right. You see, Deuteronomy 28 is not just talking about over here in America. It's talking about captivity. Period. Whenever captivities we went into, when we lost our identities, Deuteronomy 28 is how we was able to tell who we were. It said, besiege thee in all thy gates. This is 52, 28 and 52 of Deuteronomy. Until high and fenced walls come down. So while they was besieging us, they was breaking down our walls in Jerusalem so they can get to us to kill us and to enslave us. And they were starving us in the process. So it took a while for them to do it. It says, wherein thou trusted throughout all thy land, and he shall besiege thee in all thy gates throughout thy land, which the Lord thy God hath given thee. Because we broke the commandments, 70 AD happened. And what was the ultimate thing that we did? We rejected the Messiah. So what happened? 70 AD. All right. Once we rejected the Messiah, that was it. Most I was like, I'm tired of Israel. They're going down. All right. It says, and he shall besiege thee in all thy gates throughout all thy land. Let's go down to 453. And thou shalt eat the fruit of thy own body. What's the fruit of your body? The scriptures say, be fruitful and multiply. What was that talking about? Your children. So during the besiege in Jerusalem, we got so hungry that we literally started eating our children because we had nothing else to eat. Shows how low we fell. The flesh of thy sons and of thy daughters which the Lord thy God hath given thee in the siege and in the straitness wherein thy enemies shall distress thee. So like I said, they starved us out in there. We was eating whatever we can. It got to the point where we was eating our own children in Jerusalem. Believe that. It happened in the history. 54. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eyes shall be evil towards his brother. So why do you think? Why you see our people killing each other? Our brothers, they have an evil eye towards each other. Here it is, they'll kill each other, but they won't kill the enemy, the real enemy. All right. It says, and towards the wife of his bosom. Here it is, our women calling women bees and holes, and they have an evil eye towards their woman, calling them different names and stuff like that. You know, that's evil. Supposed to love his wife, and towards the remnant of his children, which he shall lead. So, here it is, the man has an evil eye towards his children, and he ends up leaving his own children. All right? So the reason why the so-called black, Hispanic, and Native American family is jacked up is because we broke the laws of the Most High. That's part of the curses of Deuteronomy 28. All right. I'm going to say shalom to the Israelites. And it's another episode of 12 Tribes United. And give us a call at area code 347-465-1305. Shalom.